Virgos! Welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the center card in the first part of the reading. So if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just get started for our Virgos. What do you need to know? What's coming up in your lives? Any advice is so welcome for our Virgos. For our Virgos. What's coming up? Woo. Okay. Quite a few came out. And let's see what we got. I put the cards down in the same order that they come out of the deck. Here you are, Virgo, as a King of Pentacles, an Earth sign. The overall energy is the Page of Cups. And I think the Page of Cups, in this instance, could be an apology. Let me read. Okay, we have a few cards left for the second part of the reading. I have the Page of Cups here, surrounding your entire reading. I think that this is an apology trying to come in here. I think this is what this reading's all about. I don't usually feel like this is an apology, but right off the bat I did. So this is where we're going. If this reading does not resonate with you, check your moon sign. That's your private and emotional self. Or get a private reading from somebody that you trust. Or wait for next time. And see what the reading is. I have the King of Swords up in your highest energy. This is air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius that might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But you have your sword up in self-defense. You're seeking that truth. You're seeking that clarity. Yeah, I do feel like this is an apology trying to come in, but you have questions about the apology, and you want to make sure that this is a sincere apology. The King of Swords is right next to the Six of Wands, which is right above the Page of Cups. So the Six of Wands, this is a card of success and love. Wow, look at all those wands coming up in the background. Those are wands of people who love and care about you, celebrating your success and love. There's a wreath. That could be a wreath of engagement. So, I feel like you're on the verge. You're really in a relationship with somebody. Something happened. Something went down. And it was very disappointing to you. And I think they're coming in with an apology. I have the King of Pentacles right next to the Six of Wands. Yeah, you were looking at this committed relationship. This was, in your eyes, a committed relationship. This is Earth, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So there you are, Virgo. One of those signs might be strong in someone else's chart, too, around this reading. But you had your eye on this committed relationship. And something happened. I have the Eight of Cups under the King of Swords. Yeah, I feel like it really made you mad. It's like you turned your back on the love. You're like, oh, I'm not taking this anymore, or this isn't for me, something like that. So you start to walk away, but you're walking towards that big mountain. You're never walking into oblivion. You're walking towards something, and there's a big mountain there. So let's see if you walk around the mountain, come back. Let's see if there's a whole new. Let's just see what happens here. After you walk, okay, after you turn your back, so to speak, you don't really have to be walking away. But you're turning your back. You got your sword up. You're like, oh, I can't take this. Whatever happened. They come back in with an apology like they're so sorry. That, whatever was said or whatever was done or not done. I don't think that's in their nature. Whatever they did, or maybe it's even something from the past. I don't know. But here's the card for Aries. Aries might be strong in someone's chart around this reading, and it's under the King of Pentacles. So I really think this is the person that disappointed you somehow. The Emperor here is kind of stubborn, thick-headed. They don't usually waver from, the way they think. their way or to my way, their way or the highway a lot of times. They're very well liked and respected by others, and they might be a leader in their profession. But they're very grounded. They sit on that granite throne, and they kind of like things to be their idea. So I kind of feel like, in a way, they disregarded you somehow, or belittled you, or something that it's more like a hurt the feelings type thing. I have the 5 of Cups under the 8 of Cups. There's your disappointment. You're like, oh God, they just kicked over the cups of love right here. Well, I call this the card of hope because there's 2 full cups right behind this figure. So there is hope in love. Now, whether it's with them or not, I still need to read on. I have the 8 of Swords on the other side of the 5 of Cups and under the Page of Cups. Yes, you feel kind of like you were trapped in this relationship, probably because they're unwavering. They're really uncompromising at nature. But you felt bound. You were surrounded by truth and clarity the whole time. You could have always walked. There was always that choice to walk. You could always talk. You could always have that choice to talk and seek that truth and clarity. But by choice, you remained in the relationship, I think, in hopes that things would work out. Well, you got your feelings. Something happened here. They did something that hurt you. And, this is more than just barely having your feelings hurt. I mean, this really struck home, whatever it was. It was enough for you to turn your back. I have the Knight of Swords here next to the 8 of Swords and under the Emperor. So, action is being taken. And I think that's the apology. It's under the Emperor, and I think the Emperor is coming forth with that sword of truth and clarity. And I think you're returning, like, you're kind of guarded when they come in with this apology. But they're like, oh, wait, I got to do something about this. So they do take action. Most actionable card in the deck, and that is bringing you an apology for making you feel the way they were making you feel. Oh my God. Let me keep reading for Virgos. I need 3 more cards for Virgos reading, please. Universe. They are in the order. Okay. I have the 9 of Wands next to the King of Pentacles. This is feeling like you were dragged through the mud at your wit's end. And it is about the pentacle, about the security, about the committed relationship that you felt that you were in. But I feel like they did or said or something that just, and maybe more than once for you to turn your back, having the 9 of Wands here. That you finally like, I can't take this anymore. And that's why you turned your back. I have the Knight of Pentacles, next to the 9 of Wands. I feel like they weren't putting in there, they weren't acting committed. And you were supposed to be in a committed relationship. Everybody saw you as a couple. They really thought you had a great thing going, but you're not feeling that commitment. So the horse looks like it's just standing there. There's 1 foot right in front of the other, barely. And it's bringing that pentacle, but they're so slow. This Emperor is very, very, very slow to really make you feel safe and committed. I have the Queen of Wands next to the Knight of Pentacles. This is fire, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. That might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. Very passionate card, the most passionate in the deck. So I feel like you're a passionate person, and sometimes that passion can get you into trouble too. But I feel like you have a lot of passion for this person. So she's also holding the Staff of Fresh Starts and New Beginnings, and the Sunflower, and there's a cat. What this card represents is wherever you put your love, you put your passions. So if you're in the relationship, you're in the relationship. And you expect the same in return. And without that coming forth, or you feeling like they're coming forth, that makes things very difficult for you, and that's why you reached your wit's end. I have the 2 of Cups under the 9 of Wands and next to the Emperor. So this is the meeting of the hearts, of the minds, of the souls. This is a soulmate card. This is friends first, so you were good friends. There was love between the two of you. It might have started as a friends with benefits and then advanced to a more grounded relationship. But I still think you're good friends. And this is a big issue when it comes between the two of you because you don't want to lose your friendship too. It's like not only turning away from the love, you'd be turning away from like a best friend. So here's the Page of Pentacles right next to the Two of Cups and under the Knight of Pentacles. You got your eye on that pentacle. You got your eye on the pentacle here, the King of Pentacles. You're giving it your all. You're very mature-minded. And you're trying to foresee your future with this person and what it's going to look like and moving down the road. Well, with as slow as they are, it was hard for you to imagine moving forward with them because they just weren't putting in what you were putting into the relationship. Then I have the Knight of Cups next to the Page of Pentacles and under the Queen of Wands. So the Knight of Cups, this is a sincere love offer. And I feel like this apology is sincere now, very sincere when they come back in. I think there's things that they haven't said that they will be saying that have to do with love. So they need to win you back over, and I think they're going to try. I have the Three of Wands under the Two of Cups and next to the Knight of Swords are definitely going to take action here. Holding on, this is your energy. You're holding on to that staff of fresh starts and new beginnings, and you're looking out over the world, and there's 3 ships out there, if you can see them, and you're wondering, are they coming back? Will they, have any response to the action that you felt you had to take? Or is your ship still out there? Have they not come in yet? But it's under the Two of Cups, so I really think that you want them to, try to. I think you really wanted them to come in with an apology, and that's really all it would take to continue this relationship. But you will have questions, and you will be guarded. I have the High Priestess next to the Three of Wands and under the Page of Pentacles. This is the card of intuition in the whole tarot deck. It says, pull back that pomegranate curtain and pay attention to what yourself is telling you. Trust, believe in your gut, in your feelings. Okay? And so whatever you're thinking or believing, trust and believe in yourself. If you think that they're your ship and you just really can't picture living without them, don't second guess your thoughts. Just pay attention to them. If you think they hold a future for you, then pay attention to that. All I can see here is that they are sincere in coming forward. I have the Four of Cups next to the High Priestess. So this is like a advice card, okay? Because it's under the Knight of Cups, this offer that they're bringing in. You may, because your highest energy is the King of Swords. You're guarded when they come back in with this apology, like, yeah, sure, yeah, heard it before, something like that. Well, go ahead and take your time that you need, but be it known through this reading, and the whole reading is about them being sincere about coming back and wanting to compromise, wanting to do better, not wanting to lose you as a best friend. So there's a lot more involved here than just a simple relationship, okay? So you don't have to reach right for that cup, and you know it. It's right next to the High Priestess. But you probably also know that you have questions that need to be answered before you can reach for that cup. And you will do it. You will do what you have to do. I'm surprised the Emperor must really have some love for you. Must really have some feelings for you to be coming back in with an apology, because that's a big thing for the Emperor. That is, admitting wrong when they come in for an apology. And if they're going to admit they're wrong, believe me, that was not easy. So let's find out what your angels have to say about this reading. They do not have to do with this reading. Take from it what you will. For our Virgos. There. It is the card of 8 of Abundance. I'm going to read it to you. This is a time of learning and honing your skills. You feel inspired to go back to school, take seminars on topics that fascinate you, or educate yourself on the healing arts. This is a good time to change jobs or make a career move. The key to success is in the details. Detail. And that goes with this relationship too. Monitor your projects carefully. And it really does look like you're going to monitor this relationship carefully. But it also sounds like maybe you do need a change. Have you thought about that? Maybe you do need a change of jobs or of work or of what you're doing at work. So, wow. Virgos, this is your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.